Yeah. It is what it is. But that's life. And that's a life out of fear-based decisions and fear-based thoughts and thinking with your head instead of your heart and compassion and empathy and understanding and trying to understand the plant and trying to understand our community, the cannabis community, the cannabis industry, the CBD and the difference between CBD and THC and what makes cannabis and hemp and legalization and the difference and why it's illegal to begin with because of racist motivations from the early 1900s and trying to pin it on the Mexicans and the blacks and calling it marijuana and pot and weed and all kinds of things to stigmatize it for a fake, and then starting a fake war on drugs just so we can lock up people of color. And it's more than just a war on people of color, it's a war on poor people. That's what the war on drugs is. It's a war on poor people. It's not a real war. It's not a winnable war. It never was a winnable war. It's just fucking bullshit propaganda. And that's what we're trying to put an end to here. I'm done being fucking nice about it. Nor do I need to be. This isn't your church. This is Cannabis Church. This is my church. I'm not condemning anyone here to hell. I'm praising you people with love for being you, for making your own free will choices, for using cannabis as your sacred sacrament or your medicine or even just a recreational drug. That's your right. That's your religious right. Your universal right, your human right, your planetary right, your American right. That's your right. It's my right. You know how much fucking pain I'm in today? How hard it is to sit here and do this in front of my Scottish flag, even though I feel like I was raised more Polynesian than I was Scottish. But I love both cultures. And I love me, I love Cannabis Church, I love everything I'm doing. I'm doing the right thing here. So thank you for being here. Because those in the cannabis industry that are catching this, that's what the cannabis industry needs, is love, more love. The cannabis industry needs love. We need cannabis people to move the industry forward with the love and respect that the sacred plant deserves. Not money-hungry people that are brought into it, that used to be part of the fear-mongering side of the cannabis prohibition, that now all of a sudden see, cha-ching, see the money, they see the chunk of change. We need people that are coming at the cannabis industry in the spirit of integrity for the plant. Because like I keep saying every week, they want us to fail. There's more people against us than are for us in the cannabis community, the cannabis industry, the hemp industry, and the CBD industry. They want us to fail. They're against us. That's why we have to remain united. But from a place of love and respect, especially that respectful love of the plant, because we know there's hundreds of thousands of products we can make with industrial hemp, you know, let alone all the different types of medicines and what we haven't figured out with all the cannabinoids affecting our endocannabinoid system. There's still so much we need to learn, and that's why we need the people moving forward, the industry and the science and the medicine behind it, because that's part of the problem that I keep hearing in these audio room chats is, you know, they're passing these laws on the backs of cancer patients, on the backs of epileptic children, and then once these laws are passed and cannabis is legalized, well, where's that money going? It's not going to help all these patients who need it anymore, right? Like they promised. And then we're overtaxing it, the government's overtaxing it in a way that no industry in this fucking country in the United States is taxed. Cannabis and hemp and CBD is overtaxed in a way that no other industry is taxed. Making medical costs for the medical cannabis for the patients who actually need it for medical reasons, difficult to get and difficult to afford. That's not freedom. And that's the opposite of coming from a place of love and compassion and empathy. That is a place coming out of fear. These people are just trying to capitalize on the situation and make money while they can. And then get out before everything collapses. That's fear-based. That's not love. And that's why we need more people moving forward and coming into the industry with love and empathy and compassion and understanding, especially for the medical portion of the community of cannabis consumers, especially those veterans you all claim to love, that all of a sudden now they're a homeless junkie in the street. That's what you assume, right? Yeah? You don't even know they're a veteran. They're just a homeless junkie in the street. We left them there. We let them get to that situation. Could cannabis have helped them? Possibly. But without the freedom of the choice to have that as an option through the VA Association for Veterans Hospital, their only choice was self-medication in other ways, or a handful of big pharma pills that most doctors don't even know what the fuck they do. The sales representatives of big pharma know more about the medication than the doctors prescribing them. Look at Viagra. It wasn't made for our penises. That was an accident. So that's what we need. That's what we need as a cannabis community and the cannabis industry. Moving forward with love. People coming into it with love. Making the laws out of a place of love, not fear. Not fear-based. This is not heroin. This is not cocaine. This isn't even fucking alcohol or nicotine. This is not even those. And that's what you all don't understand with your fear-based laws and your fear-based hyperbole. And you just keep saying the same bullshit pop catchphrases that you're hearing from your pastors and Fox News and the bullshit you were told. Same dumb catchphrases. You're not educating yourselves. You want to get educated about cannabis, go talk to someone in the cannabis community. That's where you'll get a real education. Go talk to the scientists and the medical leaders out there that are doing the research behind cannabis that is needed. Like in Israel. 10-year study proving that cannabis cures cancer. Those in the cannabis community, we already knew that the United States holds the official patent on cannabis curing cancer anyway. So, if it doesn't work, why does our own government have a patent on curing cancer with cannabis? Tell me that. Can you answer me that? You can't. And on that note, you're right. I'm going to end with love and grace, and thank you for everyone who catches this live or after the fact on our Cannabis YouTube channel or official podcast. Thank you for being here live on Clubhouse weekly. Thank you for coming on to the MWE Network's Twitch channel now for a live video sermon weekly. Filling in at the end of the month on the last Sunday of the month is my friend Nydia. She is a blessed soul. I can't wait to hear her sermon. Acceptance